Welcome to the Exponential Athlete. My name is Ken, and my ambitious goal for this podcast is to perform the most extensive study on greatness in sports ever compiled. I'm obsessed with understanding what separates the greatest athletes, coaches, and teams of all time from the rest.
The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles.
My approach is to study their lives and dynasties to uncover the actionable building blocks of all of their successes.
Messi hits one. Oh, what's it goal?
In my own life, I often find that success is oversimplified. We attribute success to hard work, to determination, to competitiveness, and to God-given physical ability.
I am not talented, I am obsessed.
We get so wrapped up in these stories around these characteristics that we overlook what drives someone to work hard, what mental models people use to create dedication, and where competitiveness originates from. My mission is to find out exactly how much greatness we have control over and how we can inject that directly into our own lives and our own performance. This podcast is called The Exponential Athlete because I believe that only a little bit of success comes from a single thing. It's the culmination of many little advantages that create an advantage over time. For example, Kobe Bryant was both more athletic than his opponents, and he also had better footwork. These two forces combined give him more space to become an incredible scorer. I believe that compounding our advantages over time is what truly brings us greatness in any field in the long run. There's two types of content that I produce on this podcast. First, I do in-depth study of the greatest athletes of all time, a 360-degree review where I pour through books, podcasts, video, anything that I can find. I create a framework based on this for how these athletes create greatness themselves. I also supplement these anatomy of excellence pieces with interviews of support staff, innovators, and former players. I often find that the best athletes aren't always aware of the things that they do differently than others because it comes so naturally to them. Speaking to other people who have been around them paint a much clearer picture. Finally, why am I even qualified to do this podcast? Well, to be honest, I'm probably not. Although I am willing to put in the time and effort to take this mission very seriously. I still do consider myself an athlete. I played golf in college and I tried to play professionally. But my interest in this topic, it was really born in my own performance shortcomings. I wanted to understand what I was missing, and I think that that's something that's unbelievably motivating for a lot of people. I also currently work in the sports analytics space, where I help athletes and teams in their pursuit of excellence. From this work, I've realized that analytics are very important, but there are even greater forces at play when it comes to the overwhelming dominance of the world's best.
So here we go.
I simply must see how all these other forces fit together with what I already know related to the analytics space. Thank you again for tuning in to the Exponential Athlete podcast. Let's pursue greatness together.